The time has come for me to review my all-time favourite crime movie and my favourite film by Martin Scorsese.
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucimus Prime here. So, it is time for a special movie review today because, as you guys will know, it is now, of course, the new year in this recording. So, I thought I'd kick off this new year by reviewing what is one of my all-time favourite films ever. And I thought I'd review a film which is my favourite in a particular genre and by one of my favourite directors of all time. And this film I'm going to be reviewing is also a crime film, my favourite crime movie of all time, as I just said. And this film which I'm going to be reviewing is none other than 1990's GOODFELLAS, which is also my favourite film by the director Martin Scorsese, one of my favourite directors of all time. So, now what is this movie about then? So, this film is a film adaptation of the book called Wise Guy from 1985, written by Nicholas Pileggi, who wrote this film alongside Martin Scorsese. And it tells the story of mob associate Henry Hill. It narrates his rise and his fall, and alongside, of course, his friends and family from 1955 to 1980. And when it comes to how the film was made, Martin Scorsese initially titled the film Wise Guy, as in the book, and he postponed making it, but they later changed the title to Goodfellas, he and Pileggi did. And he also cast as well several actors in this film playing, of course, the lead roles. He casted one of my favourite actors of all time, Robert De Niro, in one of his many collaborations with Scorsese, alongside as well Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta, rest in peace to Ray. And in preparing for a role, the three actors would speak with Nicholas Pileggi, who shared research material left over from writing the book. And when it comes to making the scenes, Joe Pesci also confirmed that there was lots of improvising and ad-libbing done in the scenes, where Scorsese gave them, of course, freedom to do what they wanted with the scenes. And when it comes to the scenes which are ad-libbed, Scorsese, of course, took the lines that he liked the most from them and made them into a revised script, which, of course, was made into the final product we got. When it comes to the release of this film, it premiered at the 47th Venice International Film Festival on September 9th, 1990, and Martin Scorsese was awarded the Silver Lion Award for Best Director, and the film was then released in the United States on September 19th, 1990 by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film grossed $47 million against a budget of $25 million, and it received widespread acclaim upon release. The critical consensus on Rotten Tomatoes calls it arguably the best high point of Martin Scorsese's career. And the film was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and Joe Pesci won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor as well. And the film also won 5 awards from the British Academy of Film and Television Awards, including Best Film and Best Director, and was named the year's best film by various critics groups. And since then, the film has been widely regarded as one of the greatest films ever made, especially in the gangster genre. And in 2000, it was also deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant as well, and selected for preservation in the National Film Registry by the United States Library of Congress. When it comes to my reaction to this film then, so when I was younger, I started to get into watching crime films, and this film happened to be one of them. So I watched this film, and when I saw this film, it rapidly became, in my opinion, one of the greatest films I've ever seen in my life. It's an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion. I absolutely love this film. It's a film I never ever get tired of rewatching either, because in my opinion it's absolutely fantastic, and I definitely would agree with critics that this is definitely Scorsese's best movie ever. Definitely, in my opinion, Scorsese at his peak in this film, I must say, really, because his direction was absolutely sublime, I must say, really, with an amazing cast of actors playing the characters in this film. It's an absolute masterpiece in my opinion, and in my opinion the greatest crime movie of all time as well, most definitely my all-time favourite crime movie. So, now, when it comes, of course, to having a described by his film then, so here's why I'd say it's in my opinion, the best crime movie of all time. So I think the film has a really amazing cast of actors. Scorsese absolutely nailed it with his castings in this film. So when it comes to Henry Hill himself in this film, he's, of course, played by Ray Liotta, and I regard Henry as Ray's best role of his career, in my opinion. He absolutely nailed it. Ray did as Henry, in my opinion, did a really brilliant job playing Henry. And it really sucks that we lost Ray in 2022. Rest in peace to Ray. We lost him way too soon. Rest in peace to him. But Henry is definitely, for me, his best role of his career. And I also, as well, definitely really love Robert De Niro in this as Jimmy Conway as well. And Jimmy is definitely one of my favourite roles of all time for Robert De Niro. It's probably my second favourite role, his behind his role in Raging Bull. But I think in this film he was great as Jimmy and definitely played him really well. And this was one of his many collaborations with Scorsese because he's appeared in lots of his films. And I also, as well, definitely really love Joe Pesci in this film as Tommy DeVito. Like, Tommy, in my opinion, was definitely one of the highlights of his film, and Joe Pesci made him so entertaining, in my opinion. Made him both a psychotic gangster character, and also with plenty of funny lines, I must say. I think out of the characters in this film, Tommy probably had the most funny lines, really, and Joe Pesci really nailed it as the character. And I could definitely see why he won the Oscar for this, because he definitely deserved it, in my opinion, because he made Tommy such an entertaining and great character in the supporting cast, absolutely. Just an amazing casting right there. And he's still my second favourite role, Joe Pesci, behind Harry in the Home Alone films. I think he was amazing in Mrs. Tommy. And he definitely did his Oscar that he won for a role. I also as well definitely love Lorraine Bracco in this as Karen Hill as well. I think her performance in this film was also, in my opinion, amazing. I think she did a really great job playing Karen in this film as well. I also as well definitely really love Paul Sorvino, may he rest in peace, in this as Paulie E. Cicero. I think he was great in this as Paulie, played him very well. And there's other great cast members in this too as well. For example, Frank Severo, Tony Darrow, Mike Starr, Frank Vincent, Chuck Lowe, Frank DeLeo, Henry Youngman playing himself. And what's also really cool is we also as well got Scorsese's own family appearing in this film, because his parents actually appeared in this. For example, his mother Catherine, may she rest in peace, appeared as Tommy's mother. And also as well his dad Charles, may also rest in peace, appeared in this as Vinny, which was pretty cool. So I think it's pretty cool how he got not just a great cast of actors in this, a stellar cast, but even his own family in this playing roles. And I think they all play the roles really well in this film. And there's even as well some supporting cast members in this who would later go on to have to be big names in the film industry. For example, I definitely love the addition of Samuel L. Jackson in this as Stax Edwards in this. A short but sweet role that he played, but still Samuel Jackson's an absolute legend, and he'd go on to be one of the greatest actors of all time, absolutely. And yeah, the whole cast of his film was, in my opinion, really amazing, and Scorsese absolutely nailed it with his castings. And I also as well definitely really love the story of this film as well. Like, I think the story that Scorsese had in this film is just why I say it's the best crime movie of all time, because it made the story so believable, in my opinion, the way he directed it, the way the story was set out. Like, he included everything you'd expect from a gangster movie right there. Everything you'd want in a gangster film was there. And he absolutely nailed it, in my opinion, with his direction for a story. And I think, speaking of story, it's also well set out in terms of pacing too, because the film is 2 hours and 26 minutes in terms of its runtime. But in my opinion, it's paced really well. It doesn't feel too long or too slow, in my opinion, or too rushed. In my opinion, it's paced just right. And it's definitely a joy to watch from start to finish, because not only does it have, of course, some action scenes, of course, because it's a gangster movie, of course. It also has a great deal of drama scenes too, with great performances by the actors, which made the scenes so believable and realistic, I must say, really. So, yeah, this film definitely dealt with, of course, everything you'd expect from a gangster film so well, in my opinion, with a very good runtime for it, absolutely. And I also, as well, definitely love the musical choice in this film. It doesn't have, like, a musical soundtrack per se, really. It just uses, like, you know, old songs, really, which are added into the film, really, for music. And there was lots of great song choices in this film, which were definitely great to listen to. For example, I love the addition of Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones, and also, as well, in the Christmas scene, we have Baby Please Come Home by Darlene Love, who's my favourite Christmas singer, so I love having included her Christmas Baby Please Come Home song in this, which I was so happy to hear. And I also as well love the addition as well of the song Layla by Derek and Domino as well, which was definitely, in my opinion, a great addition to the film, absolutely. Like, it's a great song, and they use it for part, of course, where it's like instrumental, not with any vocals, just the instrumental part of that song. But because of where they executed it with a scene, in my opinion, it was done perfectly, I must say. Like, Scorsese's songs he chose for this were definitely, in my opinion, really amazing to choose, absolutely. And the great songs to listen to, lots of classics and never get old whatsoever. So, if you guys want to see some good songs, then this film definitely has some great ones I'd recommend that you listen to, really, because they're so great 8 songs to listen to. And I actually have them on iTunes too, downloaded, because they're such great songs too, yeah. And also, as well, other great things about this film is also that I think it also holds up really well, because not only, of course, is it like an adaptation of a story, but also because it thankfully doesn't rely on like over budget of like CGI or anything like that. It's pretty much like a practical effects galore movie in a way, really. And because of that, I think it holds up really well for that. Like, rewatching it just now for this review, you know, proves to me the film is as timeless as ever, because in my opinion, it holds up fantastically. Like, because even though the film is from 1990, in my opinion, it's aged really well. Like, this year it's going to be 35 years old, which is definitely really amazing. So I definitely think it holds up fantastically because of that reason. And that's why, of course, I carry watching the film ever since. And I, of course, have it here as a tie from the called Steelbook, because it's my favourite film, of course, so of course I have to get a Steelbook, absolutely. Especially in a 4K one too as well. And rewatching it for this review proves to me that the film is a masterpiece. Scorsese's peak of his career, his best movie in my opinion. Yeah, I absolutely adore Goodfellas. Definitely, in my opinion, Scorsese's best movie, and definitely for me the best crime movie I've ever seen. Never gets old whatsoever. And it influenced lots of later films down the line as well, which is really cool. That's how amazing the film is. Like, the legacy of this film is just incredible all these years later. Like, it inspires other movies and other productions which feature, like, crime genres in them. It's just fantastic, in my opinion. Definitely Scorsese's best movie of his career, and one of the greatest films ever made, absolutely. Deserves all the acclaim that it got, absolutely. So, that's me, of course, doing my review for 1990's Goodfellas. So, if I was to give this film a score out of 10, because it's my favourite film of Martin Scorsese, and in my opinion, one of the greatest films of all time, my favourite crime movie, I, to this day, give Goodfellas, for me, a full-blown 10 out of 10. It's an absolute masterpiece. Scorsese's best movie ever, and one that never ever gets old, and it's always a joy to rewatch from start to finish, absolutely. And rewatching it just now, it never gets old whatsoever. An absolute joy to watch. So guys, this is me, of course, doing my review for 1990's Goodfellas. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to load out in the comments what you guys think of Goodfellas. If you see it, look, think in the comments below what you think of it. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe reviews to come in the future. And I'll see you all later.